Big story tonight. Attorney General Jeff Sessions dropping the hammer on crime, authorizing the expansion of the civil asset forfeiture program. Sounds complicated, it's not. Sessions arguing that more asset forfeiture will weaken Americans' worst crime groups, such as gangs and drug cartels, by strapping them of financial support. Joining me now, Institute for Justice attorney Robert Johnson and Harold Eavenson, president of the National Sheriff's Association, and he is the sheriff of Rockwell County, Texas. Welcome to you both. I just want to describe, so civil asset forfeiture, the government, the cops, the police, the feds can seize your money, can seize your cars, whatever they want. If they suspect you've done something wrong, they don't have to prove their case. Lots of people have trouble with it. Robert Johnson, I know you are one of them. Why do you not like it?
Well, the simple fact of the matter here is that if the government wants to take your property because they think that you're guilty of a crime, they should have to take you to court and they should have to convict you of a crime. And that protection, that tradition exists for a very good reason, which is that process, the criminal trial, is how we separate innocent people from guilty people. And when you take that protection away, sure, it may make it easier to go after groups that you don't like and to enforce the law, but it also means that you're going to wrap up innocent people, and you're going to end up taking property and punishing innocent people.
Sheriff, what do you say on this?
Well, in Texas, Chapter 59 of the Code of Criminal Procedure specifically spells out what the due process is in regard to criminal matters and civil matters, and there's two different matters. If we are fortunate enough to catch the cartel or a major trafficker with both the narcotics and the money, obviously the criminal case is filed in regard to the narcotics, which makes the civil case that much easier to prove from a preponderance of evidence that money is an instrument of an illegal drug transaction. So there is clearly due process.
Well, Robert, let me put the question to you this way. So these cartels, these gangs, they've reached a level of violence in our society that is unprecedented and scary. So are you telling me that the rights of a handful of people, and I've interviewed some of these people myself, who have wrongly had their money taken or their property taken, that is too much of a price to pay?
Well, let me put the answer to that two ways. One is, yes, I am saying that, and that is in fact why we have the protections of the criminal law, is to protect the innocent. But also, I mean, look, I don't think this is a trade-off that has to be put in those stark of terms. Gangs, drug organizations, these kinds of organizations are convicted of criminal violations all the time. It is not that hard to go after a criminal gang and to convict gang members of violating the criminal law. It happens constantly, and there are many people in jail because they've been convicted just that way. What we're really talking about here is going after people who are stopped on the side of the road, who have cash, and then putting the burden on those people to prove their own innocence.